people really don't seem to like Baker Mayfield on the outside. Like this isn't just a Niners thing. Do you remember a guy who came into the league and had only been around for such a short period who really didn't seem to have the like of his peers the way that Baker Mayfield has? Or is that just us on the outside kind of overdoing this?
No, I think he's put a big target on his back, and he's created a lot of the hostility that gets pointed in his direction. I mean, I feel like every time I turn the TV on, it's a commercial with Baker doing something, selling something, and guys that have been in the league for a long time and don't have that kind of status in the marketing world are a little bit bitter about it. There's a lot of guys that have been playing 7, 8, 10 years that don't have multiple commercials airing all day long, and he's put himself out there in magazine covers and doing all these, dressing up in these different things and doing these photo shoots with the dogs, and you've seen him kind of on ESPN and Sports Illustrated and all over the place. I feel like he's just oversaturated the market with himself, and people are tired of it. People are tired of seeing this, and a lot of the vets around the league kind of feel like, you need to prove yourself first. You need to come out and win a bunch of games and go to Pro Bowls and do all those things before you start calling out players and other teams and calling out other organizations, like he called out the Giants and for drafting Daniel Jones. And, he's put this target on his back, and he's built up this persona, and people don't like it. And they're playing really good, especially defensive players. Defensive players, when they're playing against the Browns, are playing really, really good and making it really hard on him because a lot of guys don't like him.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely an embarrassing look for him now, considering the 2-3 record and the way he's played. But you actually believe there's a tangible, like if he were able to go back in time, he might erase some of those comments because it's actually resulted in stronger play against him, you think, this season?
Oh, yeah. I think guys are getting up to play against the Browns, which in the past you played against the Browns. It was like, all right, we can go out there and get a win this week, kind of preserve yourself for the rest of the season. But I think people and teams are bringing their A game when they're playing against the Browns because they're tired of they're just tired of hearing about Baker. They're tired of hearing about him calling out other people and talking. So, I mean, this is self-inflicted. He's brought this upon himself. The position of quarterback is so difficult. And there's so many things about it that make it so hard. When you go out and make it more difficult on yourself by always having to answer questions about, the different things you're saying about other players and other teams throughout the league, he's just putting more and more pressure on himself. And it's hard to play this game. It's hard to play that position that he plays, especially when you're young and you don't have a lot of experience. He's made it more difficult on himself for sure.